Hey guys, so this is going to be example 2 for 5.3. Now this one's a little bit different. So when you're using your rules to explain how to do it, make sure you're looking at the 5 steps on how to do this. But what we're going to do is we need to create opposite coefficients. So we just want to look at the problem. Here's my x, here's my y's, and I want them to be opposite coefficients. So I have a -10 and a -5, a 3 and a -6. You can make this work however you want. What I choose to do is I'm going to make my y's opposite. Now this is a 3y and that's a -6y. So all I have to do is get this line to be 2 times bigger. And it's a totally legal operation. So if I have the line -10x plus 3y equals 1, and I want to look at it, and I want my y coefficient to be 6, all I'm going to do is multiply the whole line, or both sides of the line, by 2. And this is no different than what we've been doing to solve equations. We've always been allowed to multiply both sides of an equation by the same number, and we know the results are equal, okay? So 2 times -10x is -20x. 2 times 3y is 6y. 2 times 1 is 2. So now all we did, we took this line and we manipulated it. We used our rules or our properties of equality to allow us to rewrite this line like this. Now I'm going to write this line underneath. -5x minus 6y equals 23. Okay? Now I'm just going through this to solve. So I have opposite coefficients. I'm going to combine the lines. -20x minus 5x becomes -25x. 6y and -6y, that is our elimination part. We just eliminated one variable. And that equals 25. Now that we've eliminated one variable, we can solve. Divide by -25, divide by -25. X equals -1. Now that I know what x is, I can very quickly find out what y is. Exactly like we did in substitution. If x is -1, plug it into either line. I'm just going to pick this line. So -5 times x minus 6y is 23. -5 times -1 minus 6y is 23. -5 times -1, 5 minus 6y equals 23. Minus 5 minus 5, -6y equals 18. Finish our algebra, divide by 6, y equals -3. So our solution to the system is -1, comma, -3, or the point -1, -3. Now a quick recap, because this is much more difficult than the first one. The process of solving by elimination rests upon finding opposite coefficients. We weren't set up with it, but it wasn't too hard to manipulate one line. We chose to manipulate the first line by doubling the entire line. So I multiplied the whole first line by 2. That gave me a new equal line to that, just written differently. So this line can now replace that line when I'm going to add my lines. So instead of -10x plus 3y equals 1, I had -20x plus 6y equals 2. Now this line is set up for elimination with my other line. I combined them, I eliminated the y's, I had an equation in one variable that I could solve for x. Once I know what one variable is, substitute it into one of your original lines and solve for your other variable, in this case y. then put your answer in ordered pair form, X, Y. So this, if you can handle this, this is B level stuff. It gets a little bit harder, but this is about as hard as you're going to see. This is high D level stuff, almost A. So good job so far, and go ahead and keep working. Your homework is out there. Good luck.